Everything gonna be fine. Vera, a thick, light-skinned woman with deep dimples that framed a large, gap-toothed smile, always spoke with such authority, like everything she said was right or true. She flashed that smile at me. "Yes, ma'am." Sam hung at Vera's side, kicking the rubber toe of his canvas sneaker against the asphalt. Even though he did what he called cool stuff, like smoking cigarettes and stealing candy from the grocery store, at that moment he looked exactly like what he was, a small and frightened 10-year-old boy. I sat my suitcase down and placed my lunch bag on top of it. I grabbed his hand and pulled him off, out of Vera's earshot. "No more smoking cigarettes while I'm gone, okay?" I said. "I ain't touched no cigarettes since Miss V caught me. I'm not going through that again." Sam rolled his eyes. I giggled. "And you can't be stealing from the grocery store, okay? That was cute when you were little, but you're too big for that stuff. You can get into really big trouble, especially if Miss V finds out." He frowned and looked away. "I just don't understand why you got to leave. Why can't you go to school here?" Sam asked. I plucked a piece of lint from Sam's little afro. "I told you, it's a different kind of school. You study there and live there. And don't worry, you'll be safe now. There's nobody around to hurt you anymore." I reached down and hugged him so tight, if he had been any smaller, I might have snapped him in two. A few seconds later, he wriggled from my grip and ran off to Bertie's car. I knew he was crying and didn't want me to see. The Greyhound bus pulled to a stop in front of us with a long, loud hiss. "Here it is," Vera said. "Now, you got enough money in your bag for a taxicab once you get in Virginia. I know that school got telephones, so don't pretend like they don't. You call me as soon as you get there. Call collect, you hear me?" I smiled. "Yes, ma'am." Vera leaned her large frame in and hugged me, and the waterfall between us started. Vera wasn't much on crying, but anyone standing in that parking lot would have thought the opposite. She finally let me go and pulled a couple tissues from her skirt pocket. She wiped my face and handed the tissue to me. I stared at Vera. "I'm scared." She wrapped an arm around my waist. "I know you are, honey bunny, but it's all gonna work out just fine. Your mama was right about one thing. You ain't but 14, but you're too big for this place. This town ain't equipped to hold somebody as smart and strong as you. Now get on that bus and don't come back until the good Lord sends you back. Now go." The driver trotted down the stairs of the bus and smiled at us. He took my suitcase and tucked it underneath in the luggage compartment. Vera gave me another hug. "Go on now." I climbed the stairs of the bus into the stifling scent of disinfectant and human sweat. I'm a big girl. I can handle this. I walked past a pregnant lady with 2 little kids snuggled underneath each of her arms, an old man and woman sitting side by side talking, before I took a window seat near the middle of the bus. I located my little ragtag family out in the parking lot. Sammy, Vera, and Bertie stood beside the car waving up at me. I watched them, Vera smiling and Miss Bertie blowing kisses, as the bus pulled out of the lot and onto the street. And then I cried for a solid hour, straight across the Georgia-South Carolina state line. Part 1. The Elephants. Chapter 1. 6:45 in the morning was far too early for keeping secrets. But Michael and I are lawyers, and that's what lawyers do. We keep secrets. Attorney-client privilege, confidential work product, ethical rules, all the $10 terms we use to describe the ways we harbor information from prying eyes. I hustled through the parking garage, a veritable wind tunnel on a cold, blustery January morning.